Step 2 is to qualify the prospective members. The reason why you want to qualify is that this allows you to both identify wants and needs, as well as making a determination if that particular business is right for the POiU marketplace. It assures you are positioned to provide pertinent information and that you fully understand how to provide the best service experience possible for the prospective POiU member. So with all of that having been said, make sure you get the facts. A sample introduction to questioning is, to help us determine if your business fits our membership profile for the POiU marketplace, I'll just need to ask you a few questions. Then, when it comes to actual qualifying questions, there is not one right answer. Indeed, you could say that there is more than one right answer as to how to qualify various businesses. Some people feel comfortable with different approaches, and this is okay. As long as your questions are polite, gracious, and engage the prospective member in a respectful fashion, there are a variety of approaches you can take. Remember that when you ask questions, you want to actively listen to the answers. You can't learn anything when you're doing the talking. Make sure you listen for what benefits of the POiU Business Exchange would be the best sales focus for that individual business. Give your undivided attention. No multitasking. And of course, never interrupt a member or a prospective member while they're talking. When you are backtracking to make sure you understand what a prospective member is saying, make sure you paraphrase, don't parrot. And believe me, there is a difference. In other words, to make sure you're tracking the comments of a prospective member, it's good to occasionally repeat what they're saying, but you should never mock them. An example would sound like this. So, Mr. Smith, to make sure I understand, you said that the occupancy in your hotel has been down 18% over the last year. You also mentioned that getting more guests to stay at your property would be of great interest to you right now because of that decrease in occupancy. Is that correct? Then, once you know you are tracking, you can continue to move forward with the process or move to step 3 in the POiU wheel. Remember that asking questions helps you to provide value, specific information and options to your customers while increasing your signed member applications. Prepare your own list of value questions, both open and closed, that allow your customers to specify and share their wants, needs, pains, concerns, and objections, all of which you can solve. Here are some examples of qualifying questions that you can use. Now remember, there is more than one right answer. So take what you wish, and remember that some of these questions will work better for different people. Let's go through them. What do you know about business exchanges? What are the characteristics of your best customers? Is your business seasonal? Are your customers mostly walk-in or from over the phone? Where do you get most of your customers? Tell me about your best customer. We're a business exchange that brings you business you may have never come across. Can you handle more business? Are you in a position to take on more business? To help us determine if your business fits our membership profile for the POiU Business Exchange, I'll just need to ask you a few questions. What dreams do you have for your business, and how have you tried to achieve them? Where are you spending the most on your variable costs? We can get you in contact with businesses you couldn't reach before. What businesses in the area would you be interested in using IOs with? What's your advertising budget? What kind of business services do you utilize to maintain and run your business? What expenses have you had to cut during challenging times? Which of those expenses would you like to be able to utilize again? Remember, with POiU, we can make that possible. Would you like to increase your customer base without increasing your advertising? Would you like to find out about a creative way to get goods and services for your business without spending additional cash? How do you feel about an interesting new way to increase your profit? Would you like to have an alternate way of spending instead of using cash? I'd like to show you a way to make the best use of your inventory that will save you cash and bring in new business for you. Remember, with any of these questions, it takes practice. So I strongly encourage you to role play on your own with your friends, with your family. Try these questions out. And as we've talked about before, there's more than one right answer. So some questions work better for other people, and that's okay. The idea is, though, that if you don't role play, if you don't practice with your friends and your family, there's really no way to find out what you feel most comfortable with. And you want to be as prepared as you can possibly be before you go out in your first meeting with a prospective new member.